Despite their lumbering and massive appearance, wild bears are capable of sprinting at speeds reaching 35 miles per hour and can shatter logs with one blow of their paws. Each year, these formidable creatures are responsible for upwards of 30,000 cases of agricultural destruction throughout the United States, resulting in losses exceeding $16 million for farmers. With the bear population hitting nearly 750,000 by 2025, an immense number of farms are dealing with damage to their harvests, animals, and infrastructure.
Sometimes we'll have 20.
In regions such as Alaska, Montana, and Wyoming, the friction between agricultural workers and bears is a long-standing issue. However, there is an unexpected reality beneath this tension. Bear hunting actually drives local economies and provides essential funding for the preservation of wildlife. Data from the Wyoming Game and Fish Department shows that the sale of hunting permits generates $4.8 million every year, while hunters contribute an additional $12 million toward equipment, transportation, and hotels. On this episode, Hunt and Harvest Life examines the ways Americans hunt, safeguard, and monetize their most legendary predator, while navigating the thin line between devastation and environmental protection. Ultimately, are people truly overseeing the natural world? Or are we merely attempting to endure it? Throughout the United States, agricultural producers document tens of thousands of bear-related occurrences every year. Wild bears flatten expansive sections of fruit orchards, snapping limbs and pulling up young trees, which diminishes harvest volumes for years to come. Fields of corn and berry patches frequently exhibit significant evidence of rooting and excavation. In the Willamette Valley of Oregon, bear behavior has wiped out as much as 20% of berry harvests. Meanwhile, in Montana, grizzly bears venturing outside their traditional ranges account for approximately 500 attacks on livestock annually. In the state of California by itself, black bears are responsible for over $3.5 million in financial losses by infiltrating apple orchards, smashing beehives, and preying on farm animals. Ranchers in Wyoming deal with nearly $900,000 in damages each year, while Michigan and Washington combined report more than $1.5 million in destroyed crops and property. However, the impact on agriculture is just one piece of the puzzle. Within small communities and neighborhoods, bears force their way into garages, ruin stored food, and wreck vehicles. In 2021, a party camping close to Denali National Park was forced to ward off a black bear that consistently raided their food stores, resulting in minor physical injuries and a short-term evacuation. In May 2023, located in Hunterdon County, New Jersey, an owner and two dogs experienced a high-stakes confrontation after a bear intruded onto their land. Luckily, the situation concluded without any grave injuries.
You hear that sound?
From an environmental standpoint, the instability is even more profound. When bear numbers grow beyond what the natural environment can sustain, they vie with wolves and mountain lions for food, disturb deer herds, and even change the makeup of the forest. In a strange twist, while bears ruin harvests, they also assist in reforesting the country, dispersing thousands of seeds through their waste, effectively transforming the very farms they pillage into the woodlands of tomorrow. To grasp the complete picture, we have to look at the offenders themselves, two distinct types of bears that share a single characteristic: a talent for causing problems. Throughout the American backcountry, two specific species are responsible for almost all human bear encounters: the black bear and the grizzly. One is a skillful climber, while the other is essentially a four-legged tank. Both are intelligent enough to recall exactly where they found food, even years after the fact. The American black bear, typically weighing between 200 and 330 pounds, inhabits woodlands ranging from California to Michigan. Primarily active at night, it moves stealthily through barns and orchards, lured by accessible food sources like corn, apples, berries, and animal feed. They breed during the early summer months, and females deliver 1 to 3 cubs following their winter hibernation in a den. Then you have the grizzly bear, heavier, more powerful, and significantly more defensive of its cuisines. In states like Alaska, Montana, and Wyoming, grizzlies can weigh up to 800 pounds and are able to run at speeds of 35 miles per hour. Their appetite leads them away from salmon-filled rivers and into pastures, where they have been documented killing calves, sheep, and even adult cows. Grizzlies also breed between late spring and summer, and their cubs remain with the mothers for a period of 2 to 3 years. As residential development continues to grow, the territories of these two bears increasingly collide with our own, and those interactions can be fatal. The underlying question is, how can we regulate their numbers without tipping the scales too far? To safeguard both humans and bears, wildlife management agencies utilize a system of regulated hunting. The intent isn't to eliminate bears, it's to restore equilibrium in areas where coexistence has failed. In the US, roughly 40,000 to 50,000 bears are legally harvested annually, primarily black bears. Seasons and limits vary significantly. Alaska allows brown bear hunting in both spring and fall, with limits as high as 5 per year in specific units. Western states like Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, and Washington carefully oversee brown bear hunts around Yellowstone, while northern states, Michigan, Minnesota, Maine, and Wisconsin harvest thousands of black bears each year through strict lottery systems. Even California and several eastern states maintain tightly controlled seasons to avoid overpopulation and ecological disruption. But hunting a bear is incredibly difficult. It begins with tracking, a skill combining patience and intuition. Hunters inspect riverbanks and forest paths for claw marks, droppings, or flipped logs. These details reveal where a bear eats, travels, or sleeps. Every move must be silent. A single step on dry leaves can end the hunt before it starts. Equipment is just as vital as skill. For black bears, hunters often pick medium calibers like the .243, .270, or .30 .006 for balance and accuracy. For grizzlies, heavier rounds like the .300, Win Mag, or .375 H and H ensure a clean, ethical harvest. A precise shot to vital organs is the constant goal for both safety and respect for the animal. Technology has changed the hunt. Electronic collars mimic prey in distress to draw bears in, while GPS and rangefinders help hunters navigate rough terrain. In places like Alaska, trained hounds are still essential. These dogs follow scents through thick timber and flush bears from cover, making the encounter controlled rather than unpredictable. However, laws strictly limit baiting, the use of dogs, and guide requirements. Despite their power, bears are creatures of habit. They use familiar paths and avoid conflict. Experienced hunters know this and wait, hidden downwind, for that one perfect moment where instinct, patience, and precision align. After a bear is harvested, the process is just beginning. The subsequent steps show an unexpected mix of heritage, expertise, and reverence for the creature. How do hunters transform this enormous animal from a wild prize into a prized resource without wasting any of its value? The initial vital stage is field dressing, extracting the internal organs to chill the meat fast and avoid rot. Numerous states, particularly those with rigorous conservation statutes like Alaska, mandate that hunters gut the bear before transporting the body, a habit rooted as much in meat quality as in legal compliance. Following this is the meticulous recovery of the hide, the heavy coat, claws, and skull. In various jurisdictions, hunters are required to present these items for examination to confirm the animal's gender and age, which keeps population management efforts on track. The hide isn't merely tucked away in a closet. Many are sent to expert tanners or taxidermists who turn raw skins into impressive displays, rugs that provide warmth to lodge floors, or wall mounts that serve as a lasting tribute to the hunt. A black bear shoulder mount may run about $2,200, whereas a large grizzly mount can cost close to $6,000, showcasing the level of craftsmanship required. Unprocessed bear skins sell at wholesale for $1.34 to $2.68 per kilogram. Yet completed items bring in high-end prices. Pelt rugs go from $600 for a small black bear to up to $7,000 for a massive brown bear. At the same time, specific components like paws or claws occasionally enter illegal markets, where a set can be worth between $5,000 and $10,000 due to interest in traditional remedies and rare items. Bear meat serves as a significant resource. One black bear can provide more than 45 kilograms of lean, high-protein meat that is rich in iron and omega fatty acids. Based on the cut and quality, butchered bear meat can be valued at $20 to $40 a pound, particularly when prepared as jerky, smoked hams, or specialty sausages. In the backcountry of Alaska and northern Maine, it is bartered locally, supporting both households and small-scale vendors. For hunters, preparing bear stew or grilling backstrap is a ritual, a method of respecting the animal's power while converting the wild into both food and a way of life. However, a bear's worth extends far past meat and taxidermy. It is deeply embedded in local economies and even international tourism. In Yellowstone National Park, where black bears and grizzlies both live, tourists arrive from all over the globe just for a single sighting. Based on research from the U.S. Geological Survey and the National Park Service, every grizzly sighting is valued at approximately $16 per guest, while a black bear is worth about $14. When you multiply those figures by millions of annual visitors, those brief moments of wonder turn into millions of dollars. About $6.9 million in value from grizzly encounters and up to $9.7 million from black bears each year. To break it down even more, an individual grizzly contributes roughly $46,000 annually, while each black bear adds about $15,000 to the regional economy, simply by being visible. Yet tourism represents only one part of the narrative. Throughout the U.S., managed hunting also produces substantial income. In Montana, a permit to hunt black bears costs from $250 to $400. In Alaska, a grizzly tag for out-of-state hunters can run between $1,000 and $2,500. This is all before accounting for the additional costs of guides, equipment, housing, and travel, all of which support small-town economies where every cent matters. In Wyoming, as an example, bear hunting by itself generates over $1 million annually just from permit fees, excluding the secondary financial benefits for outfitters, diners, and local businesses. These profits don't just disappear into state accounts. They are reinvested into conservation efforts, monitoring populations, supporting scientific research, and teaching the youth how to live alongside wildlife. It is a framework where the practice of hunting actually helps guarantee that bears remain a fixture of America's wilderness, a harmony between finances and the environment that few other sectors manage to reach. There is a fact most people overlook. Economists previously determined that a live grizzly, throughout its lifespan, can produce more wealth through tourism than a hunt ever could. Even so, there isn't universal agreement on what part hunting should play, triggering intense arguments regarding ethics, wildlife preservation, and the destiny of the American wilderness. Supporters call it tradition and population control. Critics see it as cruelty disguised as sport. Environmental groups warn that hunting can disturb fragile ecosystems and fuel illegal trade in bear parts, with penalties reaching thousands of dollars and even jail time. In 2015, Florida's first black bear hunt in over a decade ended abruptly after hunters exceeded quotas in just 2 days, sparking public outrage over poor data and weak oversight. Controversy also surrounds methods like baiting or hound chasing, criticized as unfair and unethical. Yet rural communities insist hunting keeps bears wary and supports local economies. A century ago, black bears were nearly wiped out in parts of the country. Today, thanks to science-based management, and yes, even regulated hunting, their numbers have rebounded to more than 600,000 nationwide. As we have explored, the bond between people and bears is multifaceted, filled with hurdles, chances, and a sensitive balancing act of living together. The financial and environmental worth that bears add to our world is certain, but overseeing their numbers requires constant creativity, reverence, and careful attention. Looking ahead, weighing wildlife preservation against the requirements of local communities will continue to be a vital challenge, one that necessitates research-based rules, educated hunters, and involved members of the public. In your opinion, what is the most vital action we can take to guarantee a lasting future for bears and humans alike? Leave your comments down below. We are eager to learn your point of view. Stick around for further fascinating facts and narratives that link farming, wild animals, and nature. Until we meet again, this is Hunt and Harvest Life, assisting you in finding the broader perspective in every season.